Hello guys, welcome to the sixth part of the video of Pentium 4. I managed to reinstall the operating system. In my previous videos there was the Windows 7 installed, and it actually gave me a lot of problems. I couldn't find exactly the issue that I encountered last days, and I finally managed to reinstall the Windows XP thanks to the DVD burner that I had here in my house. This one here was actually right here in this old chassis. I took it apart and I cleaned the mechanics inside, also the lens, and I changed the motor inside. It was actually very hard, very complicated to disassemble all the parts, because you need to be very careful. And it's actually working very nice right now. It just has no problem. Just despite the fact that is very ugly, the case and the right here in this side is broken. Anyway, yeah. The old DVD burner that I had, I tried to repair this one too, but actually with no success. The problem is it has something with the mechanics and also the axles. I tried to clean all the parts together. I dismantled everything and I put it back together, but right now after doing that it actually doesn't read anything. Yeah. I'm quite disappointed, but there's nothing I can do. I'm going to use the black one right here. This one here is made in 2007 or released, and is while the other one is released in 2004. As you can see, in June 2004. So this one right here is actually a better one. It actually the way he's reading the DVDs and CDs, anything you throw at it, it just works fine. Very nice actually. The Plextor, however, I couldn't. I also cleaned this one and tried to fix it, but the same problem with the mechanics inside. You need to find if you actually you can. It is repairable, but you need to find the same model and get the components from the second one, and put it here. Yeah, it's very complicated, so I do not recommend to actually doing that. Yeah. Anyway, in these days you can find these ones cheaper, and it doesn't worth repairing actually. Yeah. So let's go to the Pentium 4 itself. Oh, I forgot to tell you something else. I had problems with the rear fan right here. The rear fan is making unbearable sounds when you're actually spinning, and I had to remove it from the front panel of the motherboard. As you can see here on the motherboard right here, there are two fan connectors, and I had to remove the rear fan because it makes a lot of noise, and you cannot stay here. You have the impression that you have the vacuum near you all the time, and you cannot do anything, you cannot listen anything. So yeah, the same problem I had with the in the front of the case that I installed here, the 80mm fan. It does spin, but it also had the problem with the axles. When it's spinning, actually it's producing a very annoying sound, and when I try to open, you can actually open these fans and see if you can actually make it better and just repair something inside. So no, there was no chance for me to actually repair this thing, so I'm going to replace it with another one in the near future. And yeah, the next thing I'm going to show you, I have the I made the bootable drive. We have here the diskette, 1.4 megabytes from Sony, formatted for ABM. This is very nice diskette. I like this a lot. I remember back in the day, these ones were they actually made games on it. So there were 7 or 5, or depending on the game, they were actually released on this discrete diskette. 1.4 megabytes is actually 1.3 megabyte, and yeah, this is the MS-DOS disk that I made for Windows XP. If you need to flash the BIOS to a newer version, you also be needing the MS-DOS diskette and also a floppy drive. The floppy drive actually works flawlessly, just like the DVD burner that I showed you. Yeah. Of course, we're not gonna use the USB in the front because they're not connected, and I don't want to break anything. And also the audio and the headset, the microphone and the headset, pardon. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what we have right here. The SoundMax actually for the playback from the digital audio. It looks very nice. I didn't actually expect to in that period of time to actually, because I hadn't chance to use it. So yeah, for the playback we have the lower volumes for the wave, synth, CD player, microphone, line in and phone, and for the recording we have the CD player, microphone, auxiliary, line in, mono out, wave, and all of that. Right here you have the noise reduction that you can adjust. You can leave it ticked or unticked depending on you. Of course, it's best to have this one checked exactly how exactly is here, pardon. And yeah, I only managed to install 2 of the games, the Mortal Kombat 4 that I have on my CDs, and the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I'm going to install the rest, but I just want to give you a quick look how the computer is actually looking in this phase right now. And yeah, the problem actually without this DVD burner was not possible to actually install the Windows XP, because my DVD burner was actually the white one, as I actually told you about, I explained about. It didn't actually work. Yeah, very unfortunate. Anyway, I'm going to move to installing the rest of the games and show you the some of the gameplay. And what I can tell you is that I'm very happy that I managed to reach with my project in this phase, and actually I'm very happy. You know, this computer actually brings a lot of good memories from the past. I do remember that I was when I was going to town with my friends. I also there was the computer shop. They were just inside when they were closed. They were actually this kind of. They were running the 2000. They were 3D marks they actually show. So when I have the Duron or the Pentium 2, actually there was they actually released a 3D Mark 2000, and after that they was releasing 3D Mark 2001. And every time I was passing through, I just saw the these Pentium 4 computers were actually high-end computers, and they were running this kind of 3D benchmarks. I was very impressed, and the graphics and in that period of time was actually stunning. So right now, when I actually remember, it just brings back the old memories that I was telling you about. Just also, it's so vivid, and the games were also very nice. I do remember that I went to one friend of mine who actually had a Pentium 4 running at 1.5 gigahertz, and he also had the sound, the Creative Sound 3D Sound Blaster Live, and he was hooked up to the 5.1 audio like mine, the Creative Cambridge 5.1. and he was playing Serious Sam. And when he started to play, because I was there, the whole room was actually shaking. I was blown away by this thing, and even now, you know, I just we actually remained there for such a nice memory. Yeah, and I probably want to achieve that too, because I'm intending to make this Pentium 4 the best he can be for my games and all of that. Yeah. Anyway, see you in the 7th part of the video, when I'm going to show you more games after I will install it here in the computer. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the 7th part of the video. Bye.